Hey everyone, GamersPrey here, and today we're taking a look at the opening portion of Echoes from Ciudadela. I spent about 35 minutes with the game's first two levels, and while that's only a small slice of the overall experience, it was enough to get a good feel for what the developers are aiming for. For those unfamiliar with the game, Echoes from Ciudadela is a first-person puzzle adventure that puts a focus on exploration, environmental storytelling, and solving increasingly complex puzzles. One of the game's core mechanics is using a sling to throw rocks at switches, mechanisms, and other interactive elements scattered throughout the environment. The first level serves as a fairly straightforward introduction to the game's mechanics. Much of my time is spent searching for keys to a truck while learning the basics of exploration and puzzle solving. It's a slower start, but it does a good job of introducing the tools you'll be using throughout the adventure. The sling mechanic feels intuitive right away, and the early puzzles give you enough room to experiment without overwhelming you. Things start to get more interesting in the second level. This is where the game begins asking a bit more from the player. Several puzzles require using a journal to translate words into runes, while others involve redirecting beams of light using mirrors placed throughout the environment. I found myself stopping a few times to really think through the solutions, which is always a good sign for a puzzle game. The answers never felt unfair, but they weren't immediately obvious either. The highlight for me was the final puzzle of the section I played. It takes many of the mechanics introduced earlier and combines them into one larger challenge. By that point, the game expects you to understand how the different systems work together, and solving it felt genuinely satisfying. It's the kind of puzzle that makes you pause, think through the pieces, and then get that rewarding aha moment when everything clicks into place. From a presentation standpoint, Echoes from Ciudadela isn't trying to wow players with cutting edge visuals, but I don't think that's a bad thing. The art style is simple and clean, and it fits the atmosphere the game is going for. More importantly, it helps keep the focus on exploration and puzzle solving rather than the visual spectacle. Performance was excellent during my time with the game. I didn't encounter any bugs, stutters, or technical issues, and the frame rate remained smooth throughout the entire session. The music alone deserves a mention. It's not overly intrusive, but it does a great job of supporting the experience and helping establish the game's sense of mystery and discovery. Overall, I came away with a very positive impression of Echoes from Ciudadela. The first level does a solid job of teaching the fundamentals, while the second level demonstrates the kind of puzzle design players can expect later in the adventure. Some of the puzzles definitely had me scratching my head for a few minutes, but that's exactly what I want from a game in this genre. Based on this early look, puzzle fans should probably keep an eye on for Echoes from Ciudadela. If the later sections continue building on the ideas introduced in these opening levels, there could be something special here. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments below. And as well, I'll put a link in the description if you want to watch some no commentary gameplay instead of listening to me commentate over some footage. As always, thanks for watching.